Hi, this is the Professional Amateur Hour coming to you with another review. This week, Leo sent me Tropic, and this 2022 film was directed by Edouard Salier and stars Pablo Cobo, Luis Pierres, and Marta Nito, among others, of course. The story of this movie is about these two brothers, and they are both in this space academy for the EU because they want to colonize some planet in outer space. And so they're doing their studies, the physical training. One part of that involves holding their breath for the longest periods of time they can. And it actually kind of seems like an essential part for some reason. So these two brothers, they go out into this lake or pond one night to hold their breath, practice. But wouldn't you know it, some type of radiated meteor comes down and lands in the lake and melts one half of the brother's body. And the other brother kind of gets out before him, so he's perfectly fine. But he does certainly feel guilty about what happened to his brother, even though it's, clearly not his fault. And he just goes around moping and does his studies very sadly and still wants to be, an astronaut, but is still kind of worried about his brother and guilty about his brother as well. And then the brother with the half melted, body, it seems like it's melted his brain as well because his personality changes completely after that moment, becomes very kind of nonverbal and, anything like that. He also joins the Special Needs Academy with inside the Space Academy, and so he's going to school there beside his brother so that I guess they can see each other every day. And then they just kind of have to come to terms with what's going on. Will the one brother be able to make it to outer space? And what will happen of the other brother as well? Well, for that, you gotta watch the movie and find out. Alright, so let's discuss this movie. So what works with it? Well, with this one, it's a very kind of character-driven movie, so if you do enjoy kind of that character drama stuff, then this is a good movie for you. It certainly has that kind of quasi-sci-fi aspect to it that's interesting. I thought with the whole program, it was fun to see them go through it. Of course, you gotta be involved in the characters, and I think that does cause some problems. We'll talk about them. But other than that, with this movie, the shooting, the sound, it's all perfectly fine. And you know what I'm trying to say if you've, heard me say that before. And so all of that, works for what it is. Even the makeup I thought was decent in this one with the brother. It's just, his half melted face. And it looks, melted, I would say. So that certainly is good as well. So with this film, there's some good things to take out of it. And I think that brings me to what doesn't work with this film. And with that, not a lot happens in this movie. It's really just this one brother trying to, live life and go through the Space Academy. You see him in some classes, sometimes working out, sometimes talking to his classmates, and just kind of moping around for most of it. Like, he's just kind of so sad there with what happened to his brother. He kind of feels guilty about it. So it's just, mope in class, mope on the field, mope at home. And then the brother himself, like the melted half brother, his personality changes. And it seems like it's kind of like melted his brain as well, because now he goes to the special needs school. And he, as a character, just kind of becomes non-existent as anyone that you would actually kind of relate to, I would say. And so because these characters certainly change or, are just moping around the whole time, they are harder to, attach yourselves to. And it's because of that, certainly not a lot happens in this one. I was kind of expecting a little bit more excitement throughout the whole thing, but really it's this kind of character-driven drama stuff that is not going too far. Like, it's really just him dealing with this accident. Like, that's certainly, a valuable story to tell. It's just not a very exciting story to tell. Let's see, anything else? With this one, it is a French language film, and like my French has never been, particularly good, but I do speak a little bit, and with this one, they speak very quickly sometimes. So quickly that I just started relying on, the subtitles, and even then, like, I'm a good reader with subtitles, but I couldn't catch everything. Like, they were just flying past me, and so that I thought was also another thing that I thought, didn't feel good as a viewer of this one. Like, your speech is so fast, I can't even read the subtitles to keep up with it. And I don't know, it just didn't work out well as a viewer for me. There's probably viewers out there that will enjoy it, but certainly with me, not so much. As for a recommendation, well, certainly if you like French cinema, I would say, you can watch this one and enjoy it. It certainly has all kind of that genre tropes in there, the character dramas and that type of stuff that you might get attached to. Certainly, that's certainly a possibility. So if that sounds like you, then press play on this one. As for rating, well, I came out of it thinking it was very meh, and so I'm going to give it the score of 3. And with that being said, I think that's all I wanted to say. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.